हमारा मुस्तकबिल हमसे कुछ सवाल पूछता है। क्या मैं भी खेल सकता हूँ? अच्छे कपड़े पहन सकती हूँ? क्यों मेरी बहन हमेशा बीमार रहती है? क्यों मेहनत तो पूरी पर खुशियां अधूरी? हम इतना लड़ते क्यों हैं? सवाल कई और सब मुश्किल, मगर जवाब सिर्फ एक: तालीम। तालीम ही इन बच्चों को एक बेहतर कल दे सकती है। द सिटीजन्स फाउंडेशन पिछले 23 साल से इन बच्चों तक मयारी तालीम पहुंचा रही है। हमें आपकी मदद की जरूरत है। आइए हाथ उठाएं, इन बच्चों का मुस्तकबिल रोशन बनाएं।
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق. خلق الإنسان من علق. اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم. علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم. كلا إن الإنسان ليطغى أن رآه استغنى. إن إلى ربك الرجعى. أرأيت الذي ينهى عبدا إذا صلى. أرأيت إن كان على الهدى أو أمر بالتقوى. أرأيت إن كذب وتولى. ألم يعلم بأن الله يرى. كلا لئن لم ينته لنسفعا بالناصية. ناصية كاذبة خاطئة. فليدع ناديه. سندع الزبانية. كلا لا تطعه واسجد واقترب. صدق الله العظيم. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم وبعد. I was asked to recite a couple of verses in relation to today's theme and topic of education, and I thought, what verses are more appropriate for this occasion other than the first verses revealed to the Prophet ﷺ, the first verses of Surah Iqra or Surah Alaq. And I just want to highlight the first 5 verses of that surah and just give 3 quick points about these amazing verses. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, read or recite in the name of your Lord who created humanity from a clinging substance. Read, and your Lord is the most generous. He taught by the pen, and He taught humanity that which they did not know. 5 very short and very simple verses, yet so vast and so deep in their meaning. 3 points I just want to leave off with so that you guys can think about and reflect on it as we enjoy the rest of the evening. Number 1, realize that the first ever word revealed to the Prophet and us, the Ummah of the Prophet, was to read or to recite. And it was revealed to a man who was illiterate. And his response was, I don't know how to read. I don't know how to read. And eventually he came to the realization, he said, what should I read? And this is the first lesson, that no matter how old or how young we are, or how much of an expert we may think we are, before we can preach, before we can do anything, we need to learn. We need to educate ourselves. We need to expand our knowledge. And this is the sunnah of our Prophet. This is our way as Muslims, that we are always educating ourselves. We are always learning. We are always gaining experience and expanding our wisdom. Number 2, realize that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in these short 5 verses, He mentions iqra twice, to read or to recite. The scholar said that the first recitation is to know about Allah, to know about our religion, to know about ethics, deal with each other. And the second one is to know about this world, the sciences, the humanities. We as an ummah are not meant to just lock ourselves in our rooms and worship Allah 24/7. Yes, we need to know about our religion, but we also need to know about the world that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created for us. We need to give back. We need to learn and educate ourselves so that we can actually contribute to society. And last thing, know that all knowledge is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so if we are sincere to Him and we are sincere with ourselves, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will open the doors of knowledge to us. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He increases all of us in beneficial knowledge. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين وجزاكم الله خيرا السلام عليكم.
Hello everybody. Welcome. Come on everybody, let's clap. This is a good time. This is when we're going to have time to dress up, time to meet each other, time to do some good. So now we're going to ask all our volunteers and anyone who would like to come to the middle, and we're going to have a video of the 2 national anthems, the Canadian and the Pakistani national anthems. So please, volunteers or anyone who would like to come, we'd ask you to stand in the middle and we'll ask everyone else to rise.
It really makes a difference that you guys come and you कहते हैं कि शाम की ये दुबाला हो जाती है and आप सबका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया and I see a lot of nice faces dressed up looking great at the beginning of the evening.
So we wanted to say something very close to our heart. There is a new wave of optimism and excitement in Pakistan. And if you don't have relatives in Pakistan, take our word for it. It's true. There is a new energy, and people are generally very, very hopeful. And when you have hopefulness, there's a responsibility. We need to make sure that going forward that we have the tools to give the people who are going to lead us in the best future. So really this what comes down to education. And we want to thank you all again for coming. So it's a vignette of 3 videos. The first one is stating the problem. The second video is the mechanism that we are trying to explore to solve the problem. And then the third video, take it like the data. The data that is generated, and we think it's very positive.
Hi, I'm Osama bin Naseem, and I'm an engineer by qualification. I've been associated with the REBER program for the past 2 cycles. Let me tell you that it has been a truly fulfilling and a very rewarding experience so far. On the one hand, you get this sense of satisfaction that you're actually contributing positively into the society. And on the other hand, it's rewarding in that you learn so much from the program. Personally, the interaction with the kids is the best part about it. It has been absolutely fantastic. Once you break through the initial ice and the initial barriers, you realize that these kids are just like any other kids. They have similar aspirations, they have similar dreams, and they want to make big in life. And if you can be a part of that process by which you can help them achieve these dreams, and that is exactly what REBER program is. It is structured towards helping these kids think in a positive manner and help them achieve these dreams, rising above their obstacles and achieving them no matter what. And if you can be a part of, tiny part of that process, I think that's wonderful. It's worthy. If you can be an agent of change in this day and age in Pakistan, I think this is the best way to do it. Education is the best way to do it, and if you can help them achieve their dreams, that's even better. Where else will you find a program which helps you bring a positive change in the society, at the same time adds so much value to your own life that you cannot even imagine? You realize your own shortcomings, and then you can measure yourself against the standards that you're teaching the kids, and then you can make an improvement accordingly as well. On a side note, you get to meet like-minded people, you get to enjoy a lot, you get to make a lot of friends as well. And the bond that you form with kids will hopefully last a lifetime.
further delay, we will ask Uncle Wayne Kadmani to please come up and address the audience. Please, everyone, please give a big, warm welcome to Uncle Wayne.
Assalamu alaikum. Mesdames et messieurs, frères et sœurs, chers amis, I'm going to make a speech. Usually I write up a speech. This time what I'm doing is that there's a very nice brochure and each one of you have it on the table. And I think if you open the first page and you will see there's something that is written there in French and English. So I just chose to read from that. And as we go along, you'll find that very important information in there, how the evening is going to déroule, as they say in France, how it's going to unfold. And you will see all the different things that will happen this evening. You will also see something very important, and that is the menu. It's also in the middle of the brochure. And you will also see some biography of our top speakers today. J'aimerais également remercier nos invités spéciaux et nos représentants élus à divers niveaux de la vie politique qui nous encouragent chaque année par leur présence et nous accordent leur précieux temps. Lastly, I would like to thank from the bottom of my heart our wonderful volunteers, without whom these fundraising efforts could not have met with success. And now for some heart-to-heart talk in Urdu. Just a few minutes, please, for those who don't understand this language. मेरे प्यारे अजीज बहनों और भाइयों, पाकिस्तान में बड़ी तादाद में गरीब बच्चे हैं जो गुर्बत का शिकार हैं. इनको न अच्छी तालीम मैसर है न तरक्की करने के मौके. TCF इदारा इस बेबसी और नाउमीदी की खड़ी तोड़ने में बड़ी हद तक कामयाब हो रहा है. आपकी मदद से, आपके सहारे से, आपकी दुआओं से हमारा काम आज इतने पैसे जमा करना है कि कम से कम मॉन्ट्रियल के लोग 2 स्कूलों के पूरे सालाना अखराजात उठा सकें. हमने 2 स्कूल अडॉप्ट किए हुए हैं और जैसा कि मैं पहले अर्ज़ कर चुका हूँ, आज हमें कम से कम $60,000 जमा करना है. मुझे आपकी हमदर्दी और दिली पर यकीन है. और इंशाअल्लाह हम मिलकर इस मुहिम में कामयाब होंगे. अल्लाह हाजिर और नाजिर आपको इसका अजर यकीनन देगा और फिर गरीब बच्चों की दुआएं आपके लिए फैज़ का रास्ता खोल देंगे. Volunteers, I want to talk about the people who make it all happen. So, to start with, maybe at this point, Sajid, can you come and join me? So, this is Mr. Sajid Salman, the current president of TCF Canada. And before that, there was this gentleman called Aziz Ratlam who was with us last year. Some of you would remember. He was a man not too far from my age, but he's like my younger brother. However, he has a long time he has worked for TCF Canada, and he came here in Montreal when we founded this chapter. So he's a founding member of the Montreal chapter. I wanted to thank the people who make it all happen, and that's a long, long list. So we will not be able to mention everybody's name. But we start first with the Murad family. So Murad family. Year after year, she worked so hard to make this event successful. After that is Papa Murad, Omar Murad. And after that is Kamila. Kamila made, we had a brochure the first year, and I wasn't too happy with that. The second year was a bit better. And now it's getting a lot better, and it's all the effort of Kamila. So please take the time to go through it. And I was a little bit afraid because I hadn't checked what Kamila was doing. But after I checked, it's so good, and I congratulate you guys. Okay, and then we have one of the kindest and nicest person, and I know she knows it, is Madame Ghayur Jahan, Gigi for short. She's the patron of our chapter. Nothing happens, and all she does is a smile and encourages us. Next to Gigi is Mary Lou. Thank you, Imran, for what you do in South Shore, and it's wonderful. Imran sells tickets and collects donations, and sometimes ropes up some very big politicians and brings them here. Then I would mention the name of Mr. Shuja Bashir. Mr. Shuja Bashir is excellent. And not only he's a great fundraiser, he's a very important businessman. He has the carpet store in the Cary Boulevard. Quality carpets are available there. And if he wasn't doing all this, then he would have made an excellent stand-up comedian. He loved his jokes. And then I'd like to recognize Shireen Kamran. Shireen is also a great asset for us in South Shore. And she sells tickets and collects funds, always smiling, never very provoked, calm, but does an excellent job. Thank you, Shiri. Now, I know that Tehzeeb has a group on WhatsApp, and all of you who are here, who are on that group, I thank you very much. This is very long, and all my friends that I can list the names, but it will take too long. Now, Mr. Sajid Salman, who's come from Toronto to attend a gala, has actually prepared some lovely, what are they, plaques? It's some kind of gift recognizing the efforts. Next, I would like to talk about our excellent speakers. So our keynote speaker is Samra Zafar. Samra, a tall lady. I should be blind not to see you. Samra, I heard her speech recently, and I've been looking at her videos, and she was a speaker at the TCF Gala in Toronto. And she's an excellent speaker. She has a lovely story to tell. I'll let her do that. So thank you very much, Samra, for being here. On page 14 of the brochure, you can learn about her. And It says she's an award-winning speaker, community leader, scholar, author, and social entrepreneur. Next, someone I didn't know before a few months ago, when there were articles in the press about a lady who won the lottery. Who won the lottery and used it to do good. She says, I wanted to do something I loved for the rest of my life. I wanted to help others. Madame Lapierre is from Ile de la Madeleine. She's based in Saint-Giron, in the hills just north of Montreal. Madame Lapierre won a beauty contest for Miss Quebec. And she was in that modeling industry. Then she decided to become a nurse, I think. And my wife is a nurse too, so I know nurses work very hard. And from that, she created a charitable foundation, which is located here in Saint-Giron. And from there, she works in Calcutta, India, in the place where Mother Teresa was. We just found out that Madame Rachel Lapierre's daughter is a candidate in a neighboring county, in a neighboring riding, and Marwa and Madame Lapierre's daughter are friends. And she had not met Madame Lapierre before, just now. Okay, so after that I want to recognize a very important person, and he was here last year, and I have wonderful memories of Mr. Mohammed Salim. He's the Deputy High Commissioner at Pakistan High Commission in Ottawa, and we greatly appreciate your support in coming to our event all the way from Ottawa. And we would love to hear from you a little bit later in the program, Mr. Salim. I would also like to recognize Madame Moira. Is it Moya or Mora? Moya. Madame Moya is the executive assistant of the MP in my riding. You know, yeah, Francis Scarpellegia. And her boss is my boss, and Madame Lapierre's friend is my boss. My boss is everywhere. So Francis is a wonderful man, always helped us as an MP, and he is, what do they call him? The chair of the caucus. The chair of the National Caucus, as Madame Moya is correcting me. What it means is that the Liberal Party of Canada is the ruling party. And all the Liberals who were elected in the last election, they sit together in a caucus, and Francis Scarpellegia chairs that caucus. So wonderful to have you, Madame Moya, as well. And Mr. Sajid Salman, I wish you so much success in running TCF Canada. And from what I've seen, and we went for a meeting the other day, and I think TCF Canada is in very good hands. Thank you very much.
Our next speaker came all the way from Toronto. She is a two-time TED Talks speaker. She is a scholar. She is a social entrepreneur. She is an author. And she is the official spokeswoman for the CPAC. Please, everyone, give a warm welcome to Samra Zafar.
It's an honor and a pleasure to be here. Thank you, TCF. Thank you all the organizers for inviting me and welcoming me. to this beautiful city, the beautiful cause, and truly an empowering evening. You know, when I was approached to speak for TCF, first in Toronto, and I've done some work in the US, and now here, every time I just feel so thrilled, because it's the cause of education. And education is extremely, extremely close to my heart, because it is the one thing, the most important thing, in fact, the most powerful thing, which changes lives. And it changed mine in profound ways. And I'd start off by sharing that story a little bit. So I was born in Karachi, and I grew up in Abu Dhabi. And you know, I was always like one of those girls who didn't want to. I didn't like talking about, you know, my wedding and what color gown I'd wear and stuff. Instead, I wanted to go outside and play cricket in the street. And I started a girls' cricket team in my school. I started a newspaper. And I was always like, you know, I felt like a bit of a misfit. And oftentimes I was told that, oh, you're a girl, you shouldn't really dream so big. You know, we can't really send you abroad to Harvard, Stanford, etc. You know, these big ambitions that you have. So tone it down a bit. And I would always like reply, oh no, I mean, I can do anything that I want. And, you know, just because I'm a girl, why should I feel that, you know, my dreams aren't valid? So it was quite a bit of a shocker for me when I was in grade 10. And I was 16 years old, and I was doing my math homework, and one night my mom came in my room and said, Samra, you have a marriage proposal. And in 3 months, you're going to be getting married. And I didn't have much of a say in the matter. I was terrified, I was having nightmares, I was, you know, trying to say no in different ways, but I was scared. Because everyone around me told me that that's the right thing to do, that's the purpose of a girl, that's, you know, if you say no, you're going to be ungrateful, and, you know, that was my destiny, so to speak. But I was still promised that I will be allowed to continue my education. So I thought, okay, well, you know, if everyone's around me telling me that this is the right thing to do, and, you know, I'll be able to go to school, maybe I should just believe everyone and go for it. So I lost my voice at that point, and 3 months later, I found myself sitting in a big, grand banquet hall, decked up in red and gold, with my husband sitting beside me, who I had never, ever met before in my life, and who was quite a bit older than me. But I had hope, I had faith, and I thought, you know, everything would be okay. About a few months later after that, I arrived in Canada as his wife, because he was already here and he sponsored me. And I became pregnant right away. And then I was told, now you're going to be someone's mom, you are someone's wife, you are someone's daughter-in-law, and your job is to stay home and take care of your womanly duties instead of dream about education. In fact, I was told that I should be grateful that I got to the real purpose of being a woman sooner rather than later, and didn't have to go through all that education crap. So I was devastated, and I felt like, you know, my life just came crashing down, and I didn't know how to go on. And then when I was called bad names and humiliated every day, and then when the first bruises appeared on my body, I heard every day that I deserved it, that it was somehow my fault, that somehow I'm the one who caused it by not being a good enough woman, not being a good enough wife, not being a good enough mother. And lived with that guilt, and every day tried to make amends and tried to think, maybe if I cook better food, maybe if I wash better clothes, maybe if I, you know, stay quieter, not express my opinions, not have opinions, things will get better. But they never did. It just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And my confidence went from, you know, being this rock star student, captain of girls' cricket team, etc., to just being a complete and hollow shell of myself. But yet, through all of that time, there was this little voice in my head that kept going, that I somehow have to go to school. I somehow have to get an education. So when I was told that I can't go and finish my high school in a regular high school, I ordered all my high school courses through distance learning through an organization called the Independent Learning Center. And that's how I finished my 6th grade 13 at that time. We used to need grade 13 in Ontario, and I finished those courses. And every day I would finish all the chores in the house, take care of my daughters, put them to sleep, and then in the night I would open my book and do my math stuff and feel like I'm in heaven, and I'm a math geek, admittedly. So that was my little slice of heaven, my little slice of like doing something for my own self. And as I finished all my high school stuff, I applied to university. I got it. And then I was told that there is no useless money to waste on my education, because that's just your hobby. That's just, why are you giving this importance? And then my dreams came crashing down again. And I wasn't allowed to go to university. And then I thought, okay, if I want to go to university, I'm somehow going to have to pay for it myself. Because I can't get student aid, because the family income, the household income was too high. And I was denied. And there's no way I can go out and get a job. And so what I started to do, I'll just wait for it. So what I started to do was figure out how to make money at home. And I started babysitting and tutoring kids and saving every penny that I could while supplementing the household income. And it took me another sort of 3 years or so to save $2,500 for my first year tuition fee on a part-time student basis. And I applied to university again, and I got in again. And again, it was a big sort of like, why is this happening? Why are you still harping about university? It's been 10 years since you've been married. You have 2 kids now. Be happy with your destiny. And I just put my foot down. For me, it was like, it's now or never. I just knew in my heart of hearts that this is what I need to do in order to improve my life. So I started university, and I still remember that day when I was 26 years old, sitting in my first ever lecture, Economics 101, at the University of Toronto. Got to class 15 minutes early, big goofy smile on my face, tears rolling down my cheeks, and thinking, oh my God, is this really happening? I'm sitting across from my counselor a few days later, and it was like the floodgates just opened. And I started asking her, like, can you please tell me what's wrong with me? Can you please tell me why I can't seem to get it? Like, how can I improve myself? How can I be better? How can I be a better wife, a better mother, a better daughter-in-law? And if this is okay, if this is normal, like everybody tells me that it is, including his family and my family, like, why doesn't it feel normal? Why is this stupid voice in my head that keeps going that, this is not okay and you deserve better? So my counselor listens to me for like, go on and on for an hour, and then she holds my hand and says, Samra, it's not your fault. And it's the first time anyone ever said that to me. It's not your fault. No matter what you do not deserve to be abused. You have the full right to live with respect and go for your dreams. And that concept was alien to me. And then I started going to her every month, every week in fact, and I started learning about what abuse is, and what was happening to me was not okay, and that I did deserve to be respected. I did deserve to be championed and supported. And I'm human, I'm allowed to make mistakes, and that knowledge, education, is what gave me the power to eventually leave. Because I knew that if my daughters grow up thinking that this is normal, that cycle will keep repeating itself. So my daughters were 9 years and 3 years old when I took them and I left. I moved to campus housing on the University of Toronto campus, picked up 4 or 5 on-campus jobs, TAing, RAing, ran a little catering business from my little student housing apartment because campus food sucks and everybody wanted biryani. and did night shifts at the student center and whatever I could get my hands on to make ends meet, and studying full time, taking care of my kids. And it was a very difficult time in my life. Like sometimes I didn't even know where my next meal is going to come from or where my next month's rent is going to come from. But just put one step in front of the other, one step in front of the other. And then 2 years later, magic happened. Hard work paid off. I graduated as the top student in the entire university and won 17, I believe, awards and scholarships in total. And that's what changed my life. Because education does not just make us career ready. It makes us life ready. It gives us the empowerment. It gives us the passion to believe in our dreams. It gives us the ability to make those dreams a reality. And, we are blessed to live in a country where education is a right. We're blessed to live in a place where every child, when they don't go to school, the teachers will call us and bug us that, what is wrong? Why is your child not at school? But sadly, in many parts of the world, it's a privilege that's denied to many, many people. Many children. Like you saw the statistics, like I think 22 million children in Pakistan are out of school. These are kids that are working as laborers, begging on the street. Their dreams are killed. Their potential is left untapped. Their ambitions are never realized. Their mind is conditioned to live in poverty. Like the reason I told you that whole story about abuse, because those 10 years I was conditioned to believe that this is normal. I wouldn't have known any better if I hadn't stepped out and gone to school. Luckily I was in Canada and I was able to do that. So, but these kids, they're conditioned to believe that this is your destiny, this is what you have to do, this is how you have to live. And then they grow up and they believe that they can't do any better. And as an educator, that infuriates me. But as a mother, it breaks my heart. And how many people are parents in this room? Can I just see a show of hands? Most of us, all of us, pretty much, right? So just imagine a scenario where you have to choose between feeding your child or sending them to school. What would you do? You would give them food, right? Can you imagine having to make that choice as a parent? I can't. I mean, it's just, it breaks my heart to smithereens to know that, either I can feed my kid or I can feed her ambitions. And, we can all sit here and lament and think that, oh my gosh, that's the state of the world, what can we do? Or we can actually do something about it. Whatever we can, whatever is in our power. And that's what TCF is doing. And that's why I'm here, to support that cause. Because they're out there in the slums, building schools, giving these kids the gift of hope, which is the most powerful gift you can give to anybody, the gift of hope. They're researching to identify barriers, as you saw in the video, whether it's hygiene, whether it's, safety, whether it's private bathrooms, 100% female faculty. What I love most is their fee structure. And when I was reading up on the material, I realized that, it's not that the schools are free. Because what free means is charity, right? It's a handout. You're treating them like beggars. Okay, yeah, well, you can go to free school. But you charge a nominal fee, and suddenly that same thing becomes empowerment. It becomes, I believe in you, this is your right. It doesn't become a hand out, it becomes a hand up. Because I received money from the government when I left my marriage, and I received money from welfare. The first 3 months I was on welfare, and I felt like a beggar. I felt like a charity case. I felt like so dejected. And then the same amount of money, when I was receiving it from OSAP, which is the student loan, which was allowing me to go to school, I suddenly felt, oh my God, this country believes in me. They're investing in my future. And that is the gift of empowerment. Principals and teachers going door to door, working with parents, creating a community, changing, the mindsets, because that's what makes people believe that somebody cares about my kids, somebody cares about my family. One of the things I love most about TCF is doing is the Agahi program. I'm not sure if it was part of the video, but educating the mothers. You know, like, yeah, we're going to send your kids to school, but we're also educating mothers on just basic literacy skills. They're able to do, you know, pay bills, count money, and they realize the importance of education. And then they know, okay, you know what? If just counting this money and just being able to read and write has given me so much power, I want to give that to my kids, and much, much more than that. The results are there for everybody to see. 1,400 schools, over 200,000 students, 50% girls. I was reading some of the stories, like, you know, a girl named Panam Fatma actually went to Harvard after graduating from TCF. You know? I mean, that just warms my heart. A girl named Zakia went to medical school, and so many others like we saw. A boy named Asad went to IBA, which is the premier business school in Pakistan. These are stories of hope. These are stories of empowerment. And these kids will go on to change lives. They will go on to make long-term economic and cultural impact on a national level. Girls being able to fulfill their potential, changing gender norms, you know, less child marriages, less discrimination in schools. Because, you know, it's not just about changing one kid's life. It's about changing the community. It's about changing the mindsets. It's about changing the future. Because these kids are our future leaders. And it's the key to sustainable impact. So what I will leave you with is that we all have it in us. Even small actions on our part can have a life-changing impact on someone else. You know, we can all come together and provide a ray of sunshine in the life of a child who may otherwise have no hope. I have been the beneficiary of that light, many points in my life. I would not be here today if it weren't for those people who shone a light into my dark world, who opened the door for me when I couldn't open it for my own self, who lit up a path for me, who paved a path for me. And the biggest gift somebody can do, is have faith in you. Because when my mentors, my professors, my friends said, you can do it, Samra, we believe in you, that taught me to believe in my own self. That taught me that, yes, I'm not crazy, I can do this. And by opening a door for them, we are teaching them that they can open that door not just for themselves, but for others afterwards. They're just not paving a path for themselves, but for other kids to walk through as well. By having faith in them, we show them the epiphany of their own power. And that is the biggest gift you can give to anyone. We can all be part of just not only their success, but also the success of an entire nation and our entire world. Thank you so much.
Miss Rachel Lapierre to come and give a brief speech because she's standing between you and the food. And she will also tell you that she didn't need to win a lottery to do the charitable work she does. She would have done it anyways. She'll explain you how it is important to do for the kids that we are all gathered here, the kids that you will never meet. You're buying them freedom. You're giving them freedom. Miss Rachel, let's give her a big hand.
Bonsoir tout le monde. Bonsoir. Je suis très honorée d'être ici parmi vous ce soir. When I received your invitation, I was not too sure. Because I'm not very good in English. Thank you. So, but at the end, I said, if you're English person, French, Pakistan, Italian, if we all work together, we can make a difference. So that's why I'm here tonight. I'm a little bit shy, but if I made some mistake, I'm sorry. But sometimes we don't need to talk. We don't need words. I remember one day in Kolkata, because I'm doing humanitarian mission in Kolkata, in India, many times a year. And I remember one day, I saw a man on the street. That man was almost dying. He was very dirty. He was, sorry, because I was thinking about that man and it's touched me a lot. He was almost dying and he did on his pants, and so he was look at me, didn't say anything. I don't speak Bengali, but I can see, please help me. So I stop and I cover all around that man, and we decide to take out their clothes, wash him, put him new clothes, give him some water, and I'm just sitting close to him for a while. And he looked me, and he had one tear, only one, and he made a little smile. And he didn't need to say anything. We didn't need words, but I understand. And he passed away. And I remember another day in Kolkata too, in the middle of the street, you know they have a big metal things to do the circulation like in Europe. It's a middle. And I saw really old ladies in the middle, and she was almost dying too. And I can hear chai. Chai is tea. So I run very fast to buy some tea to that lady. And I put some teas on her lips, and her face just changing. And at that time I was in a mission with teenagers. There were 28 young girls with me in Kolkata. And nobody said anything. And all the girls start to sing a really nice song to that lady. And her face, the face of that old lady just changed, and she passed away. And everybody was crying, and for like an hour, nobody said anything. So I think when you see people, when you really look the eyes of the people, most of the time we don't need any words. And I always said to the people who come with me in humanitarian mission, look eyes. If somebody needs you, you will see on their eyes. Don't look the clothes, don't look where they are, don't look what they do. Just look them, and you will know if they need you. So this is convinced me to come, even if it's a little bit hard for me to speak English. I started 28 years ago to do humanitarian mission all around the world. For me, it's like a passion. I really, really love it. And I start to go in Kolkata in India. I really love India. And when I was coming back, the people always asked me, they said, you're very lucky. Because this is my dream to do humanitarian mission. This is on my bucket list. And I said, you know what? Come with me. I said, just follow me. I'm not a tourist guide, and I don't want to be. But just follow me. So they said, what are we going to do? I said, we're going to take care of the people on the street. I started in Kolkata with Mother Teresa House. And because she really, for me, it's like a model. And after a few years, I just realized it's nice to help in Mother Teresa Center. They have 7 in Kolkata. But I realized the people are able to go there. They're clean, they're eating, so they're fine. But the people who were on the street, they couldn't go, So I said, I stopped to go to those centers and I start to take care of people on the street. So, and those people on the street, they're living close to garbage area or train station area, and I really love them. Who are they? They don't have identification, so they don't exist. So they're not going to school, they don't have apartment, they don't have Medicare, or, you know, they don't go even at the restaurant, they don't exist. And this is why I want to go in India and be with them. So people say, what are we going to do? I said, you're going to give what you have. So you're going to give hugs, you're going to give smile, you're going to give water, food. If you're a nurse or doctor, you're going to take care of medical. If you can build something, you're going to build some bench, some desk. You're going to build some school. You know, you're going to do what you can do, what you want to do, but for sure, you're going to make a difference. You're going to make a difference for them, but even more for you. You're going to change your life with that. So people start to come with me, more and more and more and more people. This year, I have 7 missions in Kolkata and in Senegal too. And people say, this is nice to help people from over there, but we need help here too. And I said, yes, you're right. So I said, what can I do here to be a better person? And I said, okay, I'm going to start to do good deeds. So after a week, I said, oh my, I'm too busy. Because every night I said, okay, today I have 4 kids. So I said, today the kids keep me too busy. The day after I said, well, I had a problem with the dog. I always have an excuse because I always forget. So I said, okay, let's try other things. So I put a piece of paper just close to my bed. So I said, every night I will write it down, my good deed. Some day was good, and some days was not too good, because I don't have a good memories. So I took a pen and I put a mark on my hands. So I said, every time I'm going to see that mark, will be, remember me, do your good deed. And it started to be like a game for me to do more and more and more good deed. But good deed, it can be just smile to your neighbor. Good deed, it can be help somebody, you know. It can be do some cookies and share with somebody, you know, alone. So I started that way. Just try to do more and more and more every day. And I started to give some soup to, you know, public park. So I make some, I like to do soup. So I bring soup and I give it to the people. And I give some clothes. And some people just came and say, do you need help? I would like to help you. It looks like it's really fun what you do. So people start to come and come. And so they give me some clothes. So I full my garage. I full my boyfriend garage. And one day my boyfriend said, you know, Rachel, for a man, a garage is very important. So at that point, I realized I have to find a place to put all those things people was giving to me. So I decided to create an organization. It's called Le Bouc Humanitaire. What is it? It's really simple. It starts from good deed. So we put together people who wants to help with people who needs help. So we just volunteer. Nobody is paid. We just give it what we can give it. So we work in emergency case. So CLSC, hospital, school, organization just call us and say, we have that emergency, can you help us? And we use social media. So if we don't have what people ask for, we put on Facebook. And we have like 40,000 people who watch, and you need that? Okay, I have it. Okay, I can go. Okay, I can build that. So it's give a chance to the people to do good deed directly to the people who need it. So emergency, what can be emergency? Emergency can be a lady who had a cancer. She had a treatment for kids, no husband, and nothing to eat since 2 or 3 days. But she's gonna receive a grocery in front of her door for next 2 months, every week. It can be like right now, we have a man. He was a businessman. And one day he started to have diabetes, thank you. And he lost his 2 feet, two legs. And he lost 1 hand. And his house burned. And he had a problem with the insurance. So he moved in his garage with his wife. And the neighbor just called us and said, that man doesn't have a shower or a bath since 2 months. So we put that story, and a company, 2 men say, okay, we're free. We're going there to do the shower. So we did that shower. Last week we had a lady who had violence, you know, with her husband, and now she's tetraplegic, you know, she couldn't move. Yeah, it's very sad. And the government said, we can change all your house to be fine, you know, but the roof is not correct, the rain's going inside. So they said, you have to resolve that problem before we make the changement. So she said, I don't have money. So we find a company who just did like maybe a week or 2 weeks ago, all the roof for free for that lady. It can be like a new homeless person, and we find him, and with no shoes or no boots or no coat, it's going to take 2 hours, it's going to have everything he needs. It can be a refugee. We work a lot with refugee from wars. Because when you arrive, you have an apartment with a fridge and a stove and a table, and that's it. And so we arrive, we give like a couch, we give things to put some clothing, a carpet, clothing, things for the kids for go to school. You know, because sometimes when people have furniture, let's see somebody die, and he doesn't want to sell his furniture, he just want to give it to somebody who really need it. So we're going to take those furniture and give to that family. So it's directly to them. So this is like emergency we try to resolve. And how can we able to do that? It's because everything we receive it, we give it back. Because we're volunteer. So if we receive money, we give it back all the money. If we receive some clothing, we give it back. Furniture is the same thing. So last year, we were able to do 30,127 good deeds. And at 40 years old, I decided to go do my nursing class. Why? Because I was really touched by your story, because at 40 years old I said, okay, I'm going back to school, and because I want to be a nurse to be able to do more humanitarian mission, because I said if I'm a nurse, I will be able to do more on the street. Good deed make you feel good. Good deed fill your heart. And you know, when you buy a new car, you're happy for 2 weeks. They prove that. 2 weeks. And after that, it's part of your life. And when you buy a new sweater, it's maybe 1 day, max 2 days. But when you do a good deed, it stay on your heart. It stay on your treasure, your soul. And you know, when I started talking, I was a little bit on shock because for me it was one of the treasure. You know, like I put it on my my soul last year when I was in Kolkata, and I have like so many souvenirs, and I'm sure I will remember those souvenirs for all my life. And you know, good deed. Let's see if tonight you send a text message to somebody you didn't see since a long time. It's gonna take 3 seconds because I'm sure you're faster than me, but you're gonna make somebody probably happy. That person is gonna be happy. They're gonna say hi to another person or say hi to his neighbor. The neighbor is gonna be happy, so maybe he's gonna do cookie or do a good deed to another person, and it's going like this. So from your text message, who took you 3 seconds, you're gonna make like a loving waves. And if everybody is doing this today, this is gonna change the world. And I think I'm very proud to be here because you're a good person. I'm really impressed about everything you're doing about education. For me, education is really important. So it's make me feel good to see everything you're doing. And I think all together we can make a difference. From a small thing, if everybody's doing like small thing, we put all that together, we will make the world better.
My second presence in TCF's event. I was here last year as well, so it's again homecoming. Nothing new for me. I read the statistics, the website of TCF Montreal chapter. I also went through Pakistan's constitution, which makes education a basic right for every citizen of Pakistan. So it is a constitutional guarantee. I also know the ground realities, particularly in interior of Punjab, in interior Sindh, in interior Balochistan, in AJK, in GB, in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. And I am also lucky to have been to all parts of, all nooks and corners of Pakistan. So that gives me an advantage of what is being presented here and what is the situation on ground and what the government of Pakistan says. I have been personally very touched by the story of Sister Samra Zafar. I heard her last month as well here in Montreal. I just dropped my card with her. I also heard the touching story, heart-touching story of Madame Lapierre. There is nothing new because most of you are from Pakistan origin. You must have been to Pakistan during the summer months. So you may be more fresh. I was last there till 12th of January this year. So I am 9 months down the road, but you may be just weeks. Maybe most of you have been to Pakistan for summer holidays and for the... Yeah, great. So that makes my job easier. I brought a written speech for you, but I think I can speak extempo. I have just to tell you what all has happened in Pakistan in the last few years. You all know that somebody just touched the story that there is a great upbeat, the nation's morale is very high. CTF was formed in 1995. In 1996, the PTI, which is currently the government in Pakistan and also in 2 provinces. In fact, in the 3rd province, Balochistan, they have a coalition government. So what is the similarity? Why I am mentioning that is exactly what is being the main theme. When PTI was formed, perhaps the other two parties, People's Party and Pakistan Muslim League, were not aware that one day they will make Human Development Index and human resource development the key indicator and key motivator for the nation to vote for them. So what that means is the whole nation, 220 million people in Pakistan, are aware that besides infrastructure projects, ultimately it is the human security. Every national in Pakistan who is born in Pakistan has the right to life, right to education, right to basic health, right to employment, right to job and his or her future dreams. So that is the realization across the country. But the nation needs a lot of resources because human resource development was not in the top priority areas of the government because of circumstances in which we live, the neighborhood we have, the international geopolitical situation in the region for the last 4 decades. So it has not been a peaceful neighborhood. It has not been a very stable region of the world. Pakistan, being in a disturbed, volatile neighborhood, had more pressing concerns to ensure its own security over human security, over investment into human capital. That is the reason that our diaspora, around 9 million now abroad, including 500,000 in Canada, they are one of the primary hopes of the current government, which was formed in middle of August, just last month. So they are 3 weeks into the power, but as the Prime Minister made a statement, particularly he made a speech 2 days back for the diaspora members, not only in Canada, but from across the world. So the message on behalf of the federal government, the government of Pakistan, the High Commission, and I am also looking after your consulate in Montreal. So on behalf of the consulate is that you have to come forward in a way which should be bigger than your past donations, your past commitments. Mr. Shuja Bashir Sahab, we talked over phone a couple of times for this event. And this event is not just a symbolic annual one annual gala dinner or fundraiser event. I would again take you to the Prime Minister's appeal yesterday. Education, health, and other third pressing requirement is water dams in Pakistan. So he himself, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, made an appeal to the diaspora. The speech is available on the websites of PTV, on Prime Minister's office website, on the Government of Pakistan's website. What I want to just request all of you today is, one thing that the diaspora was deprived of in the past is voting. The government has now announced that in the upcoming, we call it by-elections, Zimni Intikhab jisko hum kehte hain, there are a good number of seats, 11 in the National Assembly, and total 37 in fact. The others are provincial assembly seats. So the government has allowed the diaspora members living abroad to vote, and it is called internet voting, and if it succeeds, you all will be permanently, the election commission will arrange your voting forever. So you have to register yourself for voting. It is on the website of Election Commission of Pakistan. You just Google Election Commission of Pakistan, and on the website there is a window, the first news about voting procedure. The registration deadline is 15th of this month. The by-elections are to be held on 14th of October. Once you get registered before 15th of this month, you will get a voter pass or a sort of registration number. And with that, you can vote on 14th of October, provided you belong to one of the constituencies in which these by-elections are being held. So it is not for all, it is only for those diaspora members who come from one of these constituencies, ridings where elections are being held. Second is, yesterday we have opened an account at the High Commission, BMO, Bank of Montreal. This account number has been uploaded on the consulate's website, the High Commission's website, and you can make donations for the Diamar Basha Dam and for Mohammed Dam in Pakistan. Third, just in piece of information, most of you are Pakistan origin community members here. The MRP renewal of MRP, your machine readable passport, it can be done from your homes, on your laptop, on your internet. If you hold a machine readable passport, you do not have to come to the consulate to renew it. Similarly, if your NADRA card has expired, you can do it from your home online on NADRA website. And for machine readable passport, you have to go to the website of Directorate General of Immigration and Passport, Pakistan.
My mother, she came here back in 1980. She was coming from Morocco. At that time, she came here and she had nothing. She was 16 years old, she lost her father, and her mother, my grandmother, she was blind. So she left Morocco with hopes and nothing except her big smile. When she came here in 1980, she got married. She got 4 kids. When I was 11 years old, my father, who was running a business, got a heart attack. And my mom, because she didn't go to school, couldn't take up with the business. So we lost everything, including the home. And I remember my mom was crying, and I look at her, we'll be just fine. And she looked at me, I'm not so sure. I'm like, oh, I have hope. So my mom looked at me and said, if you don't want to end up like me, you have to go to school, Marwa. And you have to make sure that you got an education. And I looked right back at her, and I said, Mom, well, why don't you go to school? And she said, I'm too old for that. I'm like, you're not too old, you're smart enough. You can go to school. So my mom, with 4 kids, plus my father who was sick, who spent 2 months in a coma, who couldn't go back to work ever, decided to go back to school. And I have to say, my oldest sister, she also has a mental disability. So my mom has a lot to carry on. She went back to school, and then she started a business, and did great. And when I told her, when I was 17 years old, I'll go to law school, she started crying. I'm like, why are you crying? Well, I told you to go to school, you have to go to med school. I'm like, Mom. But finally, I went to University of Florida, I did my PhD, and I was telling the story with the person sitting next to me. And when she came to Florida, she said, do I really have to go down to Florida for the ceremony? I'm like, Mom, it's a PhD in taxation. There's only a few person in the world who has a PhD in taxation. She said, yes, but you're not a doctor. You're not a real doctor. But, oh, she was really happy to be in Florida, and people were going to her and saying, congratulations. And my mom said, well, I'm not the one who's graduating today. But people were saying, yes, but you did the hard work, and it's actually true. And because of her, I was the first, the youngest female tax director at the University of Florida. No, not Florida, University of Sherbrooke, excuse me. I'm also part of the New York Bar. I'm a member of the Quebec Bar, of course. But I would say to you something. Education is the only way to get a freedom and to have a voice.
The person, she said, sitting next to her is Brother Shujat Wasti. I'm calling him brother, he's much younger than me. He single-handedly, every year, organizes and participates in donating more than $20,000. Please give a big hand to Brother Shujat Wasti. $20,000 is no chump change. I'm trying to sell this carpet also. $10, anybody for $10, $5? $10. $10. I have $10. Anybody? I have $15. You want to donate or for the carpet, sir? The carpet, yes. Is $15, $20? Anybody for $20? $20? This is handmade carpet in Afghanistan. I have $15 in the back, $20, $20, $30 now, $30. I have $30, Mr. Chauhan. $50. He said not 20, not 30, $50. Mr. Chauhan is a first-rate poet. He donated $5,000 to PTI to build Namal, part of Namal University's agriculture school. He had the damage on his leg in accidents, and let's hope and pray he gets better. But $5,000, in my mind, it's a lot of money. Please give him a big hand. $50, it's yours. Brother, go get $50 here. Now we're going to go for some other carpets. This kind of prayer rug, when we did the fundraising for Namal, they went for $600 even. But somebody hold it, Mr. Iskandar, where are you? He disappeared on us, but the whole family participates. Oh, there he is, there he is. This is a prayer rug. It's a very silky feeling. You can pray and even sometimes forget about the prayer. It's so silky. Yeah, any offers to begin with? Anybody for $100? Anybody for $100? It's very silky. Like sometimes it's kind of hard to concentrate on the prayer. $100? Anybody for $100? I have a $100 offer. Anybody for $150? $100 for $150, $125? $125 I have in the back, sir. Did you scratch your head or you raise your hand, sir? $125? $125. So $150. Anybody for $150? This is just the beginning. So I'm looking for $150. Somebody for $150. It's a prayer carpet. This is a prayer carpet. Yeah, no, you are going to remember. She is a brave lady. Anybody who goes to law school is very brave. I think $150 going once, $150 going twice. All out, it's yours. Miss Risky, give her a big hand. So we'll just leave it here. And now we bring a different color in case somebody wants a different color. You're not giving money for this prayer carpet. You're more, think of the faces of the kids who get educated. This way. You can hold it like that. And if anybody has their telephone or flashlight in the telephone, please put it on it. It's going to shine even more. It's a prayer carpet. Still feels very silky. Any offers to begin with? Anybody for $100? You want prayer for $100? She is a part of the family of volunteers. They not only volunteer for the cause, they donate money too. And they buy things. So anybody for $100? One person is waving hand. He said, bring me serious carpet. So anybody for serious carpets? $50? Anybody for $50? It looks like now it's Amazon sells for $300. I am sure you guys know Amazon, that jungle place. Yes, I have $50. I'm looking for $75. $50 I have. Looking for $75. It's just imagine it's going for the cause. The kids, what you're doing is you're buying them a freedom. You're giving them opportunity. They also, when I took my kids there were a lot of beggars coming, running after the car. Say, who are these? So when you're donating money, when you're buying things, remember that you are reducing the number of beggars on the street. Those kids who are going to go to school, if they didn't have school, they would be begging on streets. I'm not saying that begging is right, wrong, or otherwise. I'm just saying that sometimes they don't have a choice. And $192, I have $50, I'm looking for $75. $50 is not a lot of money for that. We sold for $650. On PTI Namal, I know that tabdili aa gayi hai. Anybody for $100, $75 going twice. All out. I have $100. I have $100 in the back, looking for $125. It is for the cause. Please, if you have your cell phones, nowadays the Chinese are putting batteries on everything. Soon you'll see on toothbrushes and toothpicks, everything will come with a battery. So I have $100 in the back, $125, $150. Anybody for $125, there's $100 in the back somewhere. $100 going once. This, I was trying to do this, getting ready for the education, and Miss Kamala sent me a video from New York. And the guy, he had a painting. I think we have better paintings. Today we have many things. We have internet package from Gems.com, Brother Hari Bukhari, and the paintings of Miss Tehzeeb Murad. Hamare ilake ki tehzeeb is superb. You'll see in the pictures. And she has done it. I have $100 in the back, $100 going once, $100 going twice, all out. So the story about the video from New York, the first bid was, how much was the bid, Miss Kamala, on that video that you sent me? 10,000 American dollars. And the painting went for $16,000, and I think we have better painting than that. And that painting, nobody could figure out what the hell that was. It still went for $16,000. And this is a prayer rug. In the back, sir, somebody had bid. The gentleman is looking the other way now. Sir, can I have the attention, please, who bid on the carpet? Sir, you are not going away. Sir? Yeah, there he is. Mr. Sir, please, $100, go get it. Brother Muhammad Salim, please don't keep him busy. Last time he bought a carpet, now you're disturbing me, Your Excellency. Hello. Yeah, so this is Bhaijan, your dam ke paise nahi aayenge. Hello. Okay, he's a real estate agent. Last time he bought a carpet for $600, $700, and he said, I will call you, and he never called me. I just saw him here. I'm going to remind him. Yes, we have other carpets on the side also. Please let us know which one you want to begin with. Sir, we have other small carpets. Oh yeah, there's a carpet outside. Can you start at random any one of them? Somebody please help Mr. Iskandar. By the age 25, Alexander the Great had ruled the world. We translated it to Iskandar. That's what. Oh yeah, the painting, the whirling dervishes. This is a painting. What do you call that? It's a miniature. It's something else, like they call it a copy or no? A print. This is a print, and it's Rumi, and most of the time Rumi, I don't know what kind of relationship he was in. Anything you ask him, he said, how do I know? Anything. So how do I know? That was his answer to everything. How do I know, or I don't know? So the other way, sir, this side goes down, the other side goes up. So we are doing the painting. The painting is written, everything in Farsi something. It's translated. It says, you ask me, what state are you in? The answer is, how do I know? Where do you come from? He says he comes from Tehran, but how do I know? You ask what he got in his lips. So that what has sweetened your tongue. How do I know? So you ask why aren't life and youth? How do I know? I mean, try to translate poetry in English. I don't think it makes sense. In his face, I saw fire, like the water of life. How do I know? Okay, sir. Maybe my wife thinks the only thing you know how to do is sell carpet. That's what. You tell me you always stand around the road. What are you? A sentry? A security guard? The security guard, when I first saw a Canadian security guard, I was going in a bus and there was a guy all dressed up like a field marshal. So I said, I was talking to Pakistan to somebody, I said, I have seen a field marshal going in a bus. He had all kinds of things. Then I asked the guy, I said, are you a field marshal? He said, no, I'm a security guard. So they dress up very nicely. But the field marshal is the big thing. So this print, the original is stored in a safe place. It's very beautiful. $250. It's to begin with. Anybody for $250 for the print. The carpet is made in Afghanistan. Miss Rizki, you cannot go so soon. We're going to miss you. I know you have to go somewhere else, but don't go away.
I'm not going anywhere.
You're not going anywhere.
I have a story to tell.
You have a story to tell.
Yeah, because I always have stories to tell.
$10,000 is for zakat. That's a base. And then we have $300 more. $10,300. Please write it there. And I think what else? Please tell us numbers. We only understand dollar language, US dollar. Even in Iran, they say that to America, but pay for the carpets in US dollars. So, 10,300 so far. Please feel free to make pledges, donation. Do we have pledge form somewhere, Miss Camila? Do we have pledge form somewhere? Yes, we have. We have them on the tables. Anybody want to pledge? Please give the pledges and record them. Yeah. First we are talking about the prints. Any interest in the prints? Any interest in the prints? Both of them? Yeah, both of them. So there's no interest in the prints yet. We will come back to that. Yeah. Now we have, this is Mehndi.com. Mehndi.com is a matrimonial site. I think in the age of computer they have figured out how to matchmaking. So it's a coupon of $170. I think it's a touchy topic, so who's going to buy this? It's but anyways, any offers for this matrimonial site? I think you can go on the website and buy that directly, but in addition to that, they have a Gems.com package, unlimited internet package for 1 year subscription. It's a $1,200 value. Any offers to begin with? It's a $1,200 value. Any offers to begin with? I'm told to start at $500 for this. Is that correct? It's like he's gone, so since he's not here, you can start at any price. $100, anybody for $100? It's a value of $1,200. $200. Abdul Hai Bukhari is not here. Like some lotteries, in order to win, you have to be there. So $100, anybody for $100? $150? I will start with $150. Nobody bidding? I'll go to $200. Nobody bidding? I'll let him know whatever he wants to decide. He's not here. Volunteer Sahab, Tashrif Lai. The carpet is falling. This is made in Afghanistan carpet.
This one?
No, this is sold. This is already sold to Mr. Chauhan. He paid $5,000 for that bat at the Namal Institute. I think that bat, after Imran Khan becoming Prime Minister, is worth $20,000. That's a big, so the amount of money you made, you can donate something to this cause. Yeah, Brother Iskandar, where are you? Thank you very much. So, this carpet is made in Afghanistan, natural dyes, hand-spun wool. Any offer to begin with? Anybody for $200? The carpets have no reserve. You can bid any price you want. It's handmade carpet. You can start at, it should normally sell it for about $2,000. Any offer to begin with? $100. Anybody for $100? It should sell for $2,000. $100. Bhaijan tashrif le aaye, andar aa jaye, koi baat nahi. You can smoke inside. It's your health. $100 I have. I'm looking for $200. $100 I have. $200. Anybody for $200? $200 I have. I'm looking for $300. $300 I have. $200 looking for $300. $300. Anybody for $300? $300. It's a handmade 2000 rupaye ka carpet hai janab. $300. $300. I have $300. I'm looking for $400. So did you waive me or the carpet? No, you waived somebody else. Over there. So there is a $300 over there. So I'm looking for $400. $300 I have, looking for $400. $300 going once, $300 going twice, $400 I have. I have $400 going once. Miss Camilla, when you sent me that video from New York about $10,000, the guy was wearing black suit. That's why I wear black suit. I'm happy that I can still get into this suit. $400 going once. I'm looking for $500. $400 going twice. All out. Anybody for $500? $400, the lady in the back. No, so the lady in the back. Sorry, you're too late. That's your $400. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, you can roll it. You want to hold something? So just hold this thing. No, this is too heavy. Yeah, she can hold it. Yeah. Brother Samad, can you please show, this is a print of the Kaaba. There's a small Chinese carpet outside. Can you bring it in, please? Thank you very much. Mr. Samad is the president of CPACT, and God forbid you play badminton with him, he gets very serious. Like, if he loses a point, I don't know, his wife knows how many rackets he breaks. Please look at the print of the Holy Kaaba. I am ideologically, I don't feel like auctioning this. Whenever we have religious things, mostly people take it and they give it themselves. I don't want, I can sell anything else, but the picture of Kaaba I don't feel like I should sell. Like, it's whenever it's a religious thing, they don't say price, they say hadiyah. And that's different. So, so I think that the Holy Kaaba painting, Holy Kaaba print, I am having like second thoughts about what we should do. Yeah, this is good. This is a carpet. It's not donated by our company. It's donated by somebody in Vancouver. Some TCF donation somebody got. You just hold it over here. Please hold it in hand. This is a value. When I first came to Canada, they were selling this kind of carpet for $1,450. Any offers to begin with? Brother Mizuddin, can you come and hold this from one side? So people can see your machine also. Any offers to begin with? $100, anybody for $100? $100, there should be 4 hands going on. 100, I have 100, 200, 200, I have 200. 300, anybody for 300? 300. 300, I have 350, I have $300. 350, I have 350, $400. 400, this is, you see, when I consider myself to be a shy person. But when I see the cause of the schools, when I look at the faces of the kids, these kids you're never going to meet. You're never going to see. There are $192 buys 1 year of education. 1,482 schools. 900? 800? Pardon me? Yes, if you keep holding, you're going to raise the price. 500? I have $500, I'm looking for $600. $600 I'm looking for $700. I have $600, I'm looking for $700, $600 going once, going twice, it's yours. $600. Afghani carpet. This is a carpet from Afghanistan. So please, with a little bit of respect, just put the carpet down. This side goes up. This is a Turkmenistan carpet. It's a very good buy. Mr. President, you want to say me something? This is a Turkmen carpet, Turkmenistan, made in the Balochistan area. Balochistan, Mr. Ahmed Gardner, this is a beautiful carpet. In your entrance, it will look phenomenal. $300 to begin with, $400 I have, $500 I have. I'm looking for $600. $500 in the back, $600. $600 I have, I'm looking for $700. $600 going for $700, $600, no sir, no 50. $600 going once, $600 going twice. Anybody for $700? Anybody for $700? Baijan, please machine, go there. $600. $600, Brother Kamran, it's yours. There's another donation of Brother Moin Kirmani. He has given $5,000. Please add $5,000. Please give him a big hand. $5,000. Last year, it was the donation that Brother Moin Kirmani gave. I haven't cleared with him, should I announce or not announce, but was like more than 3.5 times than that. And it's without any cause, without anything, just this cause is so great. He is a professor, he's a teacher. The first word, Ikra, read, read, read. This read is something you can associate to freedom. Read is something you can associate that you'll be all right. And all the kids that you imagine, just look at their faces. I met one of the driver in Pakistan. They have a school on the other side, Chadubai, where are you? On the other side of the BRB canal, they built a TCF school. So one of the driver was coming, we still have a place in Manama. So I asked him, I said, they have a carry dabba. So I asked him, how is it? He said, the amount of respect this organization gives me. I didn't ask him how much money he makes. They bring the female faculty, they drive to the school and they bring them back. This carpet has been donated. Somebody bought this carpet and they are donating it to TCF. I just want to make it clear, they have paid the company. They are going to pay us. They say, okay, sell it to the TCF people. The color combination is phenomenal. Natural dyes, hand spun wool, And this is today's version of a carpet in a museum, Leningrad Museum. Somewhere, and they print it in Christie's and Sotheby's catalog. We copy them there and we make it exactly the way it is in the picture. So we are looking for any offer to begin with. This is a Caucasian carpet, Brother Imran Qureshi, and never shies away from any noble cause. Any offers to begin with is Skewper. Anybody for $5,000. बंदे ने खरीद लिया है, donating it to the cause, आप कम से कम $5,000 दे दें. उस बंदे ने 5,000 का quadruple कर लिया. I know you have a very interesting conversation going on. I know Brother Kazmi. Him and his daughter and everybody participated a lot as volunteers for this. Yesterday they were fixing up the table that you see all, fixing up spoons and this and that. वैसे अगर कोई कहे ना कि आके मेरे घर में ये टेबल ठीक करो, then get lost. You have $2,000 and here is $4,000. Let me figure out what should we do. $4,000. Anybody for $4,500? $4,500? $4,500. $4,000 I have. Please help him. He has donated a lot of money, time, and everything. Somebody else help him out. 40 to 50. Anybody for $4,500? $4,500. $4,300. I have 40 to 50, but he's bidding $4,300. I am in a dilemma. 4,300 is yours. Mubarak. He has already donated. This carpet should sell for $14,500. 80% pure natural silk. Abdul Hai Bhai, your wife is smiling, so you better be careful. $14,500. Any offer to begin with? $600. $600. $750. $750 I have. $1,100. $1,100 I have. I'm looking for $1,500 on this. $1,100. I'm looking for $1,500. $1,500 I have. I'm looking for $2,000. $2,000. I saw Miss Shireen Kamran doing something with the hand. Said no. So $1,500 I have. I'm looking for $1,750. $1,500 I have. Bhaijan, I'm going to quit the business, and like Brother Kirmani said, I'm going to become a comedian. If they didn't call comedians Marasi in Pakistani language, I would have become. But just that name, the other day I announced that Pakistan se kuch Marasi aa rahe hain, the organizer got mad at me. They are artists, aapne kyun unko Marasi kaha? So I have $2,000. Size is 9 by 12, 80% pure natural silk. 2,000, I'm looking for $2,250, $2,250, $2,500, $2,500. I have $2,500. I'm looking for $2,750. $2,500, $2,750. You can scratch your head. Bhajan, I have $2,500. $2,750. $2,750. I don't know where he's going to put the carpet in his house. That's exactly what his wife is saying. But $2,750, it's not that. He spends more than 60 hours a week on the cause of TCF. Retired. What retirement? He's putting more hours being retired than when he was actually working. Still $2,750. I'm looking for $3,000. Somebody help him out. It's a pure silk carpet, $3,000. But I have a $3,000 going once, $3,000 going twice. Please give him a big hand. Brother Hai Bukhari, $3,000. It will fit in your car. I have another carpet. 8 by 10 carpet, right there. Miss Camilla, Can I have your attention, please? The carpet, the Versace carpet. Pure wool pile, handmade. This is really an international gathering. Food donated by Badshah Caterers. He's from India. Schools are in Pakistan. This is a French design. The French people used to import carpets from Persia. And when they imported carpets, and on the way the caravans were getting robbed, they say, okay, forget it. They converted a soap factory in France and they started making carpet. That's why they sometimes call Savonnerie, Aubusson, but this is a French design. Still going to last you about 100 years if you use it every day, if you have 12 kids. Or Pakistan, I remember there were always somebody visiting. First time my wife went there and said, okay, these are your brother and sister, who are the rest of the people? I said, they work here. And she said, you people are very lazy. I said, we're not lazy, we're creating jobs. So any offers to begin with, $500, $500, it should sell for like 5,000. Any offer to begin with? Versace carpet. Versace ka ek candelabra is like $3,000. This is a real carpet. $500. I have $500 Miss Tahira Haq. I remember her from the days she worked in the bank. At the time she used to wear high heels. I remember that. $600, $700. I have $700 and she was very slim and trim and I thought she was phenomenal. $700 I have. I'm looking for $900. This is a no reserve auction. You can bid whatever you want. $700 I have. I'm looking for $900. Miss Samra, you did phenomenal becoming governor of a university. You know, this is just the sound, like the sound bite of a governor of a Toronto University is so phenomenal. Governor, what do you do? I'm a governor. I won't tell them of a university. I said, let them think I'm a governor of Punjab or something. I have $700. I'm looking for $900. Please help somebody out. There's a brother over here, $700. I'm looking for $900. It's going to go. $800. I have $800. जिस तरह यहाँ पे मुशायरे के कोई कदरदान नहीं है, मेरे कारपेटों को भी यही हाल होगा. So $800 I have. I'm looking for $900. I normally don't $900. I normally don't stay toward the end of the mushaira. The other day these guys were holding a mushaira 1:30. My wife said, where are you? I said, I'm in a meeting. 1:30, you're in a meeting. It's a mushaira. 850. Yeah, he's 850. 850 going for 950. 900. 900. I'm looking for $1,000. 900 भी कोई amount है, 1000 तो पूरा कर दे. 900 going once. Anybody for 1,000? I have $1,000. 1250. $1,200 going once. $1,200 is yours. All out. Anybody for $1,300? It's yours. Please give him a big hand. Now, the carpet left there is a Turkish Kayseri carpet. The red one. Or what looks like red. Just the red border. And I think this is the last major carpet. The size is 2 meter by 3 meter. When you want to confuse somebody, you tell them in metric. Yeah, it's 9'9" by 6'6". That's why I speak French with English people. They can't find my mistakes. So this is a Kayseri carpet. So any offers for, this is the last carpet left. I don't want to take it back. Somebody buy this thing. 6 by 9. $500. It's a Caesari carpet. $500. $600. 5, 6, 7. उसके बाद 7 आता, 7 के बाद 8 आता. Somebody. I know what it is. I have $600 on that. $700? I have $700. Anybody for $800? $800. I'm looking for $1,000. $1,000. I have $1,000. $1,100? I have $1,000 here. Your husband is $1,100. You're $1,200. ये तो डंडी मारने वाली बात होगी. No, you're $1,100. Anybody for $1,200? You should not let it go for $100. $1,100. $1,200? $1,150? Yes, no, maybe. This is the Turkish carpet. Ottoman Empire. $1,200. $1,200. All my friends try to convince everybody else to buy the carpet. I have $1,200 there. $1,250? Thank you. Next time we have a match, I'll lose for you. Yeah. No, I'll let you win. $1,250, $1,350. $1,250. Don't listen to her today. You buy something you like. So I have $1,250, $1,350 I'm looking for, $1,250 going once. Miss Camilla, what you would pay, I know you would pay $10,000 for that.
I would give you everything I have.
There you go. So $1,250 I have, $1,350, $1,250 going once, $1,350, $1,350. I have $1,350, $1,450, $1,450. She's $1,450. By then she's $1,450. You are $1,550. $1,550. It's no price at all for this kind of carpet. $1,550. आपकी है $1,650. In the end of the day, we work so hard for making more money, and then when we have to go, we go with nothing. So what's the point? $1,650, okay? So then it's okay, $1,650, she said. So $1,650, anybody, $1,750. $1,750. Brother Imran, on that side, $1,850.
Wow.
$1,850, I'm looking for $1,950. $1,850 going once, $1,950, $1,850. Up $1,850, $1,850 going once, $1,850 going twice. All out. Taliye, taliye, clap. Thank you very much, thank you very much. Baijan, go with it. Thank you very much.
And now we can run one school for one whole year.
Now you can run one. Give him a big hand.
हमारा मुस्तकबिल हमसे कुछ सवाल पूछता है. क्या मैं भी खेल सकता हूँ? अच्छे कपड़े पहन सकती हूँ? क्यों मेरी बहन हमेशा बीमार रहती है? क्यों मेहनत तो पूरी पर खुशियां अधूरी? हम इतना लड़ते क्यों हैं? सवाल कई और सब मुश्किल, मगर जवाब सिर्फ एक. तालीम ही इन बच्चों को एक बेहतर कल दे सकती है. द सिटीजन्स फाउंडेशन पिछले 23 साल से इन बच्चों तक मयारी तालीम पहुंचा रही है. हमें आपकी मदद की जरूरत है. आइए हाथ उठाएं, इन बच्चों का मुस्तकबिल रोशन बनाएं.